Greetings, my blood family, lunatics, moonies. How are you? Today, I thought would be the most real. So I'm kind of half in the shadow, half in the light. I received my moon yesterday, and I thought that I would just go through one cycle, starting from the very beginning, just to show the practices that I do. And today's secret is that honoring your moon, honoring your blood cycle changes your entire life. It is a way of integrating part of ourselves that is under a lot of scrutiny, and it's actually one of the most amazing vibrations in the whole body. You know, each organ, each part of the body has its own tuning, right? So your liver is tuning at one vibration, your heart is tuning at another, the womb is tuning at another. And this beautiful material we have right here, yes, right here, has the frequency of creation built in it, yeah? And gosh, even just holding it, I feel it's pulsing, right? It's pulsing. It's such a low frequency, and I don't mean low frequency isn't bad. I think this is a crazy idea. The low frequency just means that it's happening at a different pace. It's happening at a pace where the waves are very long. Like a stone, right? Something really old, older than all of us put together. So I always start my practice when the bleeding time comes. I collect my blood. There's many other ways to do it. Some people like to, for example, use a tampon and then put the tampon in a glass of water and let all the blood come out of the cotton, and they make an offering by feeding it to their plants. The blood has a lot of nitrogen in it, so the plants are just, they're crazy over it, which is why they used to use it in the farming techniques way back in the day. And some people, they bleed straight into the ground, which is a very heart-opening experience because the rooting down of that energy is so incredibly powerful. Yeah, right? The light just shines. The light just shines on you. I can't explain. The only thing I can say is that I barely remember what it was like before. I don't really ever remember hating my period, but I do remember bouts of many months going by. I remember, trying to get pregnant, for example, and having the period come every month and feeling like a failure, So that's something that is built into my psyche that I would like to release. And also this, just looking back on this last cycle that I've had, it's been very intense as far as finding a place to ground and root, as far as my boundaries and being able to engage with people in a certain way and be in integrity. That's what I've been working on this month, and it's just been, it's very growth oriented and very able to really toss out some of those old habits because there's really just no place for them anymore. Do you know what I mean? So out they go and in with new, and that's the energy, the in and the out, right? The dying and the birthing, it's all in here. It's all in this little jar. And I can say that I start my cycle with offering and gratitude, right? OG. offering and gratitude. That I offer this blood in gratitude that I am a container for this amazing life force. And that this life force moves through me. Yeah? And whatever else I'm grateful for. So I really just sit, because nothing happens until this happens. Yeah? The rest, it just starts to come through you. With this gratitude and this offering, we open up a channel directly to the center of ourselves. Yeah? And feeling the pulse of this, which is very alive, allows me to stay very present with my practice. That this is the thread holding all my creativity together. Yeah? That it's the highway for me to cruise down and create what I love. And it's also just a huge letting go, a huge clearing, and a release of the things keeping us from the light. Yeah, so we want to gather the light, and this is the way through the light, in my opinion. And back to what I was saying earlier about, I can't even remember what it was like to not be honoring my moon cycle, because now I'm actually looking forward to it. And that's the real secret. The real secret is that we can look forward to bleeding, because that means we get to pause. I mean, it's just been my body now. Something happens where I'm made to sit down. I'm made to root for 3 days. Like once my car broke down on a cross-country journey for 3 days. And of course I started to bleed, right? So, things happen because there needs to be this tuning in. There needs to be this stillness happening. There needs to be this pause to reflect, to listen, connect, vibrate, however you want to say. Many people, they have an altar. I travel a lot, so I don't have really an altar, but really all of this is my altar. This is where I make my offering, and I love to be in nature. So if I'm bleeding and if I'm near a beach, I will go to the beach, and I'm going to sit with myself. I'm going to sit with my blood and just be instead of do. Just going to be for a couple of days and see how that works out. And I'm glad this is episode number 8, because number 8 is really the way of form and formless, right? How we go in and out of the energy. So right now, when we bleed, we go into this trance, and we could say that is the formless, and whatever is rising needs to rise. That's what happens, yeah? And whatever needs to purge is also what happens. And then what needs to be received and what needs to be recognized and loved on, that's also showing up. So this is a very potent pinnacle of the period. Yeah, it's a potent pinnacle. And it lies in this pulse, this vibration of life. That's so beautiful. Why not honor that? So, the infinity loop is going back from formless to form, formless to form, formless to form. So, shadow, light, shadow, light, shadow, light. Same thing. And that is us, getting to know ourselves. And that's why we make this OG, right? Offering and gratitude. Let's start there. So take your time. If you are bleeding, perfect. Then just be with yourself and take some time to notice what's happened in the last cycle. Maybe you'd like to write or journal or make a piece of art, or just sit and breathe. It is your choice. and be grateful and make the offering to getting to know yourself better and to becoming more whole and pour your blood in the ground. It's good for the ground, and it's good for us to reprogram our DNA and put that love there where there hasn't been love in a really long time. Thank you for watching. Blessings to you all, and looking forward to more.